RDA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The Ravens had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
When you look at the Saints defense, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. They'll get 4 down to the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Henry up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
1st down and goal to go.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
The 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd.
Here's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So this home crowd not too enamored with what they saw right there. They wanted their guys to go for it on 4th and goal. They settled for the field goal try, Charles. Ultimately, they get nothing.
Yeah, it turns out that they were correct. I thought the decision to take the 3 was the right one. But because of the miss, it's real easy to second guess now.
There's Chris Olave. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Saints.
Achane gets it from the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 14 carries, 105 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Shuck now to throw. Olave holds it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Saints.
Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. And this one too low.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, New
Devon Vele. His first touchdown. Campaign. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Ravens nothing.
That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit. And then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run it again with Henry.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And the Ravens are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as they'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Andrews from 10 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
For the extra point.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
The game at 7.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Saints take
New
over
Orleans
first
Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing, Shough. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Throwing is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. On fourth down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So kind of a tough break there. No real hooker slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
To throw is Shuck. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports halftime report starts now. Everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Shuck. Under pressure, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over first and 10. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second and a couple. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson now. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to 36. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
The pitch to Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Brown with his stick skills. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On play action, Shuck. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That's Olave bringing in another one. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Shuck again. Over the middle, he finds Vele. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Quickly out to Tyson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Play action now. Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it with Achane. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from rebound time. So you've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. A check down here for Henry. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 2nd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball.
Oh, he sheds himself free. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. The toss right to Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
21, Saints 7. Tyler Luke to kick
The
off.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
That is caught by Vele. Loose inside the 30. inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devon. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Saints 14.
So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now 2nd and 9. Draw play. This is Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 1.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, Henry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Chase Young on the tackle. Tyler Luke on for the Ravens field goal.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles.